Now let's talk about Do Princesses Dream of Magical Sheep, an episode that fans either love or hate. Yep, it's one of those episodes. This episode had the reputation for splitting fans' reactions. Okay, not the reputation, but you catch my drift. So where do I fall on the spectrum? Well, let's start with the story. Princess Luna has created an entity called the ThePmb-Tube to give her nightmares. Why? So she can punish herself for being Nightmare Moon. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But the ThePmb-Tube escapes into the dreams of our 6 heroines. Twilight and the gang team up with Luna to catch the entity in the dream realm. But their efforts are in vain because the ThePmb-Tube keeps summoning monsters for the main 6 to fight. All except for Rainbow Dash, which I have to admit from this entire review, because to be fair, it's very, very funny. More trouble arises when Pinkie Pie has accidentally dreamt about everyone in Ponyville. Now it's up to the Ponyville citizens and our heroines to fight the ThePmb-Tube before escaping to the real world. Okay, let's talk about that elephant in the room, shall we? As I said before, Luna has created the ThePmb-Tube as punishment for being Nightmare Moon. Fans have took this as a sugar-coated version of self-abuse, while others viewed it as depression. Some fans praised the episode for being a bit darker than the usual fare, but most fans said that made it worse, saying that it's more important to go see a doctor than rather have support from friends and family, while some fans say that it's important to have support from your friends and family rather than seeing a doctor, while some fans, you get the point. So where do I fall on the spectrum? Personally, I think the episode's theme is about coming to peace with the past. Luna here is still upset about turning into Nightmare Moon, and she created something to keep reminding her of that. It doesn't happen again. But this doesn't really work, so Twilight and her friend are the ones who help her out through her predicament. Now this is just my opinion, so it doesn't really change other people's opinions. It's just there to give a different perspective. Well, with that controversy aside, the episode itself is actually kind of enjoyable. I'm normally a Luna fan, and this is the kind of episode I wanted to see her in. Having the whole thing in a dream actually leads to some creative ideas, and it does have a very inventive climax with the ponies turning into superheroes, vampires, alicorn princesses. It's great to see the background ponies and the main ones fighting the ThePmb-Tube side by side. It actually makes for a better season finale than the actual season finale. My only complaint is that I wish the nightmares that the main 6 were having were a little bit more unique. I mean, instead of just them fighting monsters, why can't the ThePmb-Tube create their worst fears? Like what Sombra did in the Crystal Empire. Hell, even IDW Comics actually played around with that idea with their MLP comics. Well, if you get past the questionable themes and allegory, Do Princesses Dream of Magical Sheep is actually a pretty enjoyable episode with some creative and fun moments. If you're a Luna fan, this is the episode for you. If not, at least it'll keep you entertained. Give it a watch and draw your own conclusion.